Why, hello. So sometimes when I begin working with a new client, I'll notice that their volume is uneven. And by volume, I'm talking about how loud they talk and how soft they talk. How loud they talk and how soft they talk. And what I'll typically notice is that at the beginning of the sentence, they're starting loud, very easy to hear them. Then by the end of the sentence, it's very quiet. It's very quiet. And then they begin the new sentence very loudly, and then it becomes very quiet. And so, this, as a result, is an uneven volume. And when it comes to speaking in English, this can actually create a bit of a problem with the flow of information. Okay? So, my quick tip for you here is to, when you're speaking in English, to speak with a steady volume. Speak so that the listeners can hear the end of your sentences. And the reason is because in English sentence structure, and this really gets into the grammar of it, in English sentence structure, new information is located at the end of the sentence. New information is located at the end of the sentence. And if you're speaking where loud at the beginning of a sentence and very soft, this creates, let's say, a hiccup in the flow of the information. And by hiccup, it's kind of like, so if I'm talking something, and then the flow of information, the flow and processing what you're saying, it is disrupted, okay? And this can actually affect what I'm able to retain, okay? It can affect in the moment and also even beyond the moment of listening to what you're saying. So what I'd like to do is just to really talk about this by showing you a concrete example and really to explain what old and new information is. So here, and let me just make sure my pen's, yes, okay, make sure it's working. So here we have on Wednesdays, I always record a video. Okay, this is new information. I always record something, okay? This video usually talks about some aspect. So here, this video is referring to what was said at the end of the previous sentence. This would be considered old information. Okay, I'm building on the sentence. Okay, the sentence is progressing. Number one, I record a video, is progressing, is building on. This video, old information, usually talks about some aspect of the English sound system. Okay, that would be new information. Okay, I'm providing more information, building on what was said before. That is just indicating, I'm about to tell you a little more to explain it a little more. That is a multi-layered system. Again, this is referring to the English sound system. A multi-layered system, old information, which includes both individual sounds and the rhythm of spoken English. And I could actually have kept all that bolded, but the key idea is that here's the new information, okay? So what happens, again, when I sometimes start working with people is I'll hear something like this. On Wednesdays, I always record a video. This video usually talks about some aspect of the English sound system. And so what happens is I always record and then I can't hear what they recorded. And so maybe I'm straining a little more as the listeners, requiring a little more effort. I'm probably going to catch it, but it's going to take a little more effort, and that takes away from the processing of the information. And then as I continue, this video, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, it's loud enough now. Now I know what you really said. Okay, so there's just a slight hiccup. This video usually talks about some aspect. It talks about what? Oh yeah, it's a multi-layered system, and there's a little more information, but I'm having to kind of like, what? It includes what? Okay, so there's this hiccup. And given the context, I can probably catch up, but the reality is it's going to affect the processing of information, okay? So key quick tip here for helping the listener to process the information with more ease, and also even to help control the speed if that's an issue, is to speak with a steady volume. Okay, there are a variety of techniques for speaking with a steady volume, but at this point, just take it in. Speak with a steady volume. Try to keep it at a similar volume at the beginning and the ends of your sentences. Again, I'm talking about neutral presentation speech where you're simply sharing information. Okay? All right, thanks. Bye-bye.